16 competitors, 2 brackets, only one will stand victorious. This is the PWA Premiership.
Wrestling fans, welcome to the hallowed grounds of PWA Academy for the first episode of the PWA Premiership. My name is Andrew Rose. With me, my co-host, Chris Gale. Chris, where's the jacket? What's going on?
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
This is a novel concept, Rose. The PWA Premiership, it's no quick fix. It's not a sugar rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Wrestlers are going to have to get themselves into the grind to build for the ultimate prize, the PWA Premiership.
That's right. PWA Premiership is a whole new way to look at a tournament. We've never done anything like this in PWA before. Let's take you over the rules right now. 16 competitors compete in 2 blocks in a round-robin style tournament. We'll have Block A and Block B. Each wrestler competes against everyone in their block once. All matches are contested under a 10-minute time limit.
Here's the point system, Rose. You better write this down because I know you're a bit slow.
Got it.
If a wrestler is victorious, they're awarded 2 points. If a wrestler faces a loss, they gain 0 points.
Nada.
If there's a draw, each wrestler will be assigned 1 point on the competition table.
That's a good point there, Chris, the last one about the draw, because there will be a 10-minute time limit to each match. So if we do come to that time limit, there will be a draw and 1 point distributed to each competitor. The wrestler with the most points in each Block A and Block B will fight each other at a future PWA live event to decide the winner of the PWA Premiership. It's a very exciting concept. We're going to see some amazing matchups in this tournament. Let's have a look at the brackets now to give you an idea of where we're going to be. So Block A and Block B, as you can see, there's some incredible names in both blocks. If we look at Block A there, the likes of Mick Moretti, Kingsley and Kai Drake, and Unsocial Jordan back in the mix, Chris.
Every draw needs a wild card, Rose. In an Unsocial Jordan, I think we've got the wildest card.
Absolutely, and if we look at Block B, some more incredible names, the likes of the returning Jack J. Bonza, Big Fudge, Lyrebird Lucci, Matty Warburg, and the Arm Collector, Jessica Troy.
What I see in Block B, Rose, is Jimmy Townsend and William Preston over in Block A. It is possible that the prefects could be going head-to-head for the PWA Premiership, and that is something that I'd like to see.
What an incredible concept. So many incredible matchups that we're going to have here. But tonight we're focusing on Block A. We're going to have our first matches from Block A. We have Paris De Silva, Unsocial Jordan, Charlie Evans, Kai Drake. The prize bull Sam Osborne's in there. William Preston, the Rapscallion, Mick Moretti, and of course Kingsley as well. Rounds up Block A. What an incredible lineup of matches we have for you tonight. But let's kick it off with the first one. Kai Drake versus the prize bull Sam Osborne.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring.
Kai Drake making his way to the ring here as we have our first match for the PWA Premiership underway. Chris, it's such an honour to be here at the PWA Academy and getting to call a new concept like the PWA Premiership.
It's innovation right at the fore, Rose. PWA always pushing the envelopes, pushing the boundaries, and talk about boundary pushers, Kai Drake's one of those.
180 centimetres, 90 kilograms, only 23 years of age and already 5 years as a pro. Incredible talent for such a young package, Chris.
I had him in his late 30s, so that shows what I know, Rose.
He is youthful.
Representing MK Plus Ultra, Dragonheart, Kai Drake.
The Dragonheart there wearing one half of the PWA Tag Team titles, which he has not rightfully won. Him and Spencer, MK Plus Ultra, have been holding those belts for ransom for months. You know Velocities want to get them back.
Well, you know who's in Block A, Rose? Paris De Silva.
What a matchup that's going to be. He's cocky. Always aggressive, Kai Drake. Very serious. That title means so much to him. He doesn't want anyone to take it off him.
And introducing his opponent.
Well, well, well.
I tell you what, Chris, the momentum of lockdown has stopped a lot of things, but Don Marnell looks unfazed. MMA is a new project, and the prize bull Sam Osborne is his prize star right now.
Well, well, well. It's Don Marnell, the man who turns cants into cans. And welcome to the PWA Premiership, you lucky fans. Well, 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 Mr. Kai Drake. I know you're the real deal. I know you're no fake. But as for the beating that you're about to take, well, your Sideshow Bob, Sam Osborne, is the rake.
Turns out Don Marnell's a poet, Rose. I had no idea.
Wow, that was beautiful. It rhymed, and he's the rake, apparently. That's a great Simpsons reference. I think Kai Drake is currently asking referee Nick what a rake is, and Nick's explaining it to him calmly. But as we've said, the prize bull Sam Osborne
Making his way to the ring. Accompanied to the ring by Don Marnell, representing MMA.
The prize bull Sam Osborne. We all know how cocky and talented he is. He's hit another level since he's joined MMA, Chris. And now, not only is he representing MMA tonight, I see him wearing that Generation Now shirt around his waist.
Yeah, there's no missing that Generation Now shirt, Rose. As I said, I think the development under MMA of Sam Osborne has been terrific. If for no other reason,
Prize bull Sam Osborne.
for no other reason, he uses a ceramic coffee cup.
Right.
So he's very environmentally conscious now. So Marnell's taken him down a very, very productive road, I believe.
He's growing and he's changing. He's representing Generation Now. He's representing MMA. He's representing himself as the future of PWA and the prize bull. These are two guys that many people have conversations about being such an integral part of the future of PWA. It is such a fantastic opening match here for the Premiership. Two very talented wrestlers, and referee Nick doing the honours for the first match here in the PWA Premiership. 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a loss. And it will be a 10-minute time limit. And Chris, just let's quickly talk about that first. The 10-minute time limit is something that everyone should really think about in this tournament, because you don't have as much time as you would have, say, in a title match or something at a Black Label show. You've got to be quick, you've got to be efficient, and you've got to try and get your win within that 10-minute period.
It's possible, Rose, that wrestlers will look at the brackets and decide that there are certain wrestlers they don't match up with as well, and maybe they go more defensive than they normally would in order to last out the 10 minutes to get the point. It changes the ambit, because we're used to matches just being winner takes it all, but the winner doesn't take it all necessarily in an individual round-robin match in the PWA Premiership. So it's something we're going to be able to have to keep our eye on.
Yeah, it should be interesting, because the question here is that Sam Osborne quickly and smartly gets out of the way of the strikes of Kai Drake. We know how dangerous he is. Don Marnell giving him some MMA advice here on the outside, telling him what he needs to do to stay away from the dangerous parts of Kai Drake, which I think is any limb that he has, really. He's quite a dangerous striker. But like you said, Chris, I mean, this is an interesting one for Osborne, because I would consider him an early favourite in a tournament like this. He is such a competitor. He's done great in Coliseums before. But like you said, going up against Kai Drake in the first match could do some real damage to you as a striker. He's a quick pin by Osborne. Drake out quickly, but Osborne taking the control here. You could win this match against Kai Drake and then not be able to walk for a week.
It's such a good point, Rose, and it's so unusual for you to make good points. But I mean, the physical cost of each match has to be another variable taken into account.
Another pin here quickly by Osborne. Kick out at 2 by Kai Drake.
This is more complicated than a match problem, I'm telling you.
Look at this wrestling by Sam Osborne. He's showing you why he's the prize bull. And now smartly Kai Drake getting out of the way, knowing Osborne has some formidable submissions and some real strength on him. Both men have done their study here in this opening round. Don Marnell was on the outside, trying to get in Kai Drake's head here a little bit.
Tell you what, though, we're in safe gloved hands with referee Nick at the controls, Rose. It's a great start to the Premiership to see Nick surveying and controlling everything that's occurring between these two great competitors.
It's good to see it back in the green and black. As Don Marnell's trying to give some advice there earlier to Osborne during the break here, but oh look, Don Marnell there grabbing the feet. Fantastic work by referee Nick there, seeing that happen. Yes, Nick explaining there. He saw the grab there by Marnell. Marnell's got to be careful not to get his boy disqualified in the opening round. Those 2 points are crucial in this. Wow, That's very smart by Kai Drake at the other angle to come under him there. Kick to the midsection. Beautiful by Kai Drake as he's taken the control here with a double running drop kick there as Osborne was seated, and now he's going to work over these legs.
This is trademark Kai Drake stuff, Rose. Knee strikes, elbow strikes, big boot to the back there.
Goodness me. You can see the beautiful PWA Academy. It's lit up in the background here for the Premiership. And Kai Drake just loading on Osborne in the corner here, almost getting disqualified. Nick having to keep control. But that one distraction there gave Osborne a chance to take out the arm and go back to the damage here. Referee Nick counting the 5 here. Osborne has also got to be careful. No men want to get disqualified in the first round.
So Osborne connected with Kai Drake's wrist there, Rose, and Drake is clutching at any opportunity he has. And that's going to take away one of his major weapons if he's got no feeling in that arm.
Oh, here we go. Here's some dangerous submission work. Working over those fingers and that wrist and that arm of Kai Drake. Goodness, fingers are not supposed to bend that way. Referee Nick looking to see if Kai Drake gives, but he's a tough competitor. He must have known this joint manipulation was going to come from the prize bull Sam Osborne. And like you said, Chris, this is taking out one of his vital striking limbs here. He's trying to get some feeling back in that right hand. He's still got a left one, and he's going to use it to try and get a bit of an advantage here. That chop, the pain running through Kai Drake there.
Hurt Drake more than Osborne, Rose. And again, we talked about the evolution of Osborne under Don Marnell and MMA. Him doing that intricate individual finger and wrist work is not something you would have seen from the prize bull 12 months ago.
No, I think he would have spent that time jaw-jacking with the audience
That's
back
right.
then. And I think Don Marnell's taught Sam Osborne how to focus and how to really become a competitor. And in a tournament like the Premiership, which is about consistency and performance all the way through the tournament, I think this is very smart advice from Don Marnell in the MMA to focus up. I think also because, you know, he doesn't have as many distractions in this tournament, Sam Osborne.
It's another variable, Rose. Empty format. I mean, arguably, Osborne might have used to draw a little bit of energy from the North Shore Wanker comments, and it's certainly, I'm echoing in my head right now, even though we can't actually physically hear him.
Yeah, say it a bit louder. I wonder if you can hear you say North Shore Wanker from over here. Oh, another leg break there by Osborne. He is really working over these limbs of Kai Drake now. His left knee in pain. He's still trying to get feeling back in that right hand. Kai Drake is in a lot of trouble, and there's the Wrestler Merch 5-minute warning. We're halfway through this match here.
How about that? The 5-minute warning brought to you by Wrestler Merch. You can get on to wrestlermerch.com for all your favourite gear, Rose.
Any great PWA shirt, any wrestler you want to see, wrestlermerch.com has it. They're the best. Kai Drake in serious trouble here as Sam Osborne has slowed the pace down and started to really control these limbs. And you can hear the pain in Kai Drake's voice.
Right hand, left knee. He's just systematically removing all those limbs that you referred to at the beginning of this match, Rose.
That's right, Chris. And you can see that Kai Drake is starting to realise, and I think all the other competitors would be seeing this right now and realising this is not going to be an easy tournament to win. First match.
Don Marnell, he never shuts up, does he? He really is just, he is part of the armoury of Osborne.
I'm quite jealous of him, actually. You can talk underwater.
It's pretty good. And by the way, what would you call that jacket? Powder blue? I mean, it's very, very fetching.
It's bone, maybe? What is it?
I don't know what sort of colour your bones are, mate, but I've got no intention of finding out.
Drake taking control here with the strike. Osborne got a bit overzealous there. A bit of the old frustration came in. He ran at Drake. Drake trying to use the limbs he's got left to do some damage on Osborne here. Oh, the athleticism, but quickly he studied his opponent, Drake. The suplex into the pin. And a kick out at 2 by Osborne. That was a huge chance for Kai Drake. As we know, we're in the second half of this match. Our time is starting to run out. Kai Drake getting that second burst of energy. He's had so much punishment dished out to those limbs, Chris. You can see now he's trying to, it's almost like he's fighting two people with Don Marnell in your ear the whole time. Look at these kicks.
Osborne prone on the ropes there.
He looks in trouble, Chris. He looks in real trouble. He could be out.
Looks like he's in a different postcode right now. As he,
Whoa! Brainbuster on the back of Osborne's head. He might be out cold. This could be the win in the first round for Kai Drake. And a kick out at 2.5 by Sam Osborne. Very impressive, almost on instinct. He looks half out, Chris.
Let's not forget that Sam Osborne hasn't been defeated since he became part of MMA, Rose, and now moved into one of the flagship representatives of Gen now. This is really, really interesting.
And you can see he's been working over that leg of Kai Drake to get that knee bar submission finish that he's known for. Kai Drake trying to keep his distance, trying to stay off the ground and keep that striking going. And now he's going to trying to pick him up for a suplex, but Osborne, too strong, flip through, another reversal. Wow, look at that by Osborne, very smart, and there's the knee. He's got that knee bar submission on. Kai Drake needs to get to the ropes. Good job by Kai Drake to get that break. He's going to have to break it. Almost the 5 count.
Used every one of those 5 seconds, didn't he, Sam Osborne? Let's not forget for Kai Drake, Rose, with his tag team partner in MK Plus Ultra, Michael Spencer, currently unavailable.
Yes.
And Lord knows where the prince of so-called wrestling, but his allegiances lie, whether he's part of the generation now or the older generation, who knows. But this is a chance for Kai Drake to express himself individually. And imagine if he could get the scalp of Osborne in the time remaining in this, and he might just have done that, I think.
Well, out of nowhere, Osborne, as you were talking about that, was arguing with referee Nick, and Kai Drake took the opportunity and kicked Osborne straight in the side of the head. He could be out cold, and Marnell once again gets involved and puts Osborne's foot on the rope. Now, referee Nick did not see Don's interaction there, but the foot is on the rope. That is a break. Kai Drake is stunned, and once again, Don Marnell has paid off for Osborne.
Terrific work from Marnell. Not only did he get the foot on the rope, he alerted referee Nick instantly to it, Rose. He's always thinking 1, 2, maybe 3 moves ahead, and that's got to be to Sam Osborne's advantage right now.
The Rake Kai Drake, or Kai Rake as we like to call him now,
Kai Rake.
on his feet, and there's 1 minute warning. We're in the last minute of this match. Time can fly when a match is this good, and we have hit the 10 minutes, and there's 48 seconds left, and these two men are striking it out. They know that time is running out. Neither want to lose, neither want to draw. There's a victory here and 2 points to start off your tournament. And Kai Drake has slapped Osborne clean in the face. These two men are going at it, Chris.
30 seconds to go, Rose. Is Marnell calling the timeout to Osborne, or are each going to be satisfied with a draw after this war of attrition first up in the PWA Premiership round 1?
I mean, both men here throwing a lot of strikes. They want to get that win. No, neither wants a draw. And there's Strike City here as we hit 10 seconds. Both men wailing on each other. This has turned from a wrestling masterclass into a hoss brawl.
Tornado of blows.
Osborne, Drake, 1 second left, and time has run out in a striking war. Don Marnell smartly is trying to keep...
The time limit has expired. Therefore, this match is a draw.
Wow, what a start to the tournament. A strike fest between two of the best. Goes the full 10 minutes. Don Marnell smartly trying to stop his man from getting any more injuries in this tournament. I wouldn't be standing between him and Kai Drake, as both men put on an incredible performance here. And are we about to see a bit of sign of respect here?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, good. It was an excellent bout. And terrific work by Marnell to discourage Osborne from spending more energy as we go to the replay here.
Wow, that kick to the side of the head almost got it for Kai Drake. It's amazing Osborne survived.
No problem, man. No problem. Early days in a long tournament. You'll forgive my business associate for not being in the best of moods. But the main thing to remember is that we did not lose the inaugural match of the PWA Premiership. We've got a point on the board against the hardest striker in the entire tournament, Kai Drake, and a man who just wouldn't quit. The MMA is still on the lookout for... that's another day's business. Sam, how are you feeling, man?
Look at me. I've had one match in the tournament. Yeah, he hits hard. Like you said, man, he hits hard, but I was still standing at the end. Unfortunately, he was too. 1 or 2 more seconds in that knee bar, you know he was about to tap out. You know he was about to tap out, just like everyone else who was in the knee bar was about to tap out. 1 point. Not again.
Calm down,
Not
man.
again.
You see, the thing that... He'll be fine. The thing that people forget is that no championship-winning team wins every single match. Draws along the way are important as long as you don't lose. Because what's the only boat that doesn't sink? Sam Osborne's PWA Premiership.
Strong words there from Don Marnell as we move on to our second match of the tournament. This is a huge one. Charlie Evans goes one-on-one with Kingsley.
We're so fortunate here in PWA to have Charlie Evans as part of the roster, Rose. I mean, she generally resides in England now, but there's been some issues that have prevented her from heading back to England.
Yeah.
You aware of what they are?
I have no idea, but we're glad we have her with us. 23 years of age, 5 years pro.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
As you said,
Introducing first,
Chris, she's a superstar.
representing the Medusa Complex, hailing from Sydney, New South Wales, Charlie Evans.
As you said, Chris, Charlie Evans, a superstar all over the world, wrestles in all over the greatest wrestling companies that we know in this country and all over the world, but proud to have her as one of our own in the Premiership.
And introducing her opponent.
Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
Now we're talking. Wow, another Generation Now shirt, part of Kingsley on her way to the ring.
Freshly brewed in Sydney, Kingsley.
That's the T. Kingsley representing Generation Now here as her first match in the tournament. Charlie Evans versus Kingsley. She's proud to be wearing it. And like I said before, Charlie Evans, a superstar all over the world, but originally from New South Wales, and proud to have her as part of the PWA Premiership here to show the best homegrown Australian talent. And why wouldn't you want Charlie Evans in your tournament? She's amazing.
Absolutely, Rose. But I tell you what this Premiership is throwing up is all sorts of intricacies. You think about Kingsley comes out as a Generation Now shirt. Sam Osborne came out in one. They'll be going up head-to-head later on in the round robin.
That's a good point.
And can I call that one the battle of the beverages, when the coffee takes on the tea?
Bit of sign respect there from Charlie and Kingsley at the beginning of this. You can see almost the excitement on Kingsley's face as she gets to prove herself in a one-on-one tournament here.
Charlie Evans, part of the Medusa Complex now,
Ooh.
but back in the times, she used to be a member of the Nations, Rose. I think she was in the Blue Nation with Jess Troy, the PWWA champion.
That's right. We saw that incredible matchup they had at the last Academy show. And here, Charlie Evans taking control of the arm here on Kingsley. This is going to be a big challenge for Kingsley this tournament, going in as a solo competitor, but a great opportunity for her. But what a challenge in your first match against someone like Charlie Evans, and an incredible wrestler. And she has taken control early here of the head as Kingsley is going to try and free herself here. Back to the arm here, Charlie Evans. And yeah, just going back to that last show, Chris, that show we did at the Academy where Charlie Evans and Jessica Troy fought each other. An amazing match. Incredible stuff. A month or so back that was.
Kingsley grabbing the rope there, and the hold is broken from Charlie Evans. I mean, Kingsley herself is on her own particular personal journey, Rose. For a long time in this company, I think she was seen as somewhat in the shadow of her uncle Jack.
That's
Jack
right.
J. Bonza.
Yeah.
But I think she's made it patently clear that she wants the spotlight on her as earned by her, not assisted by said Uncle Jack.
That's true, and again, here's some flurry of kicks here by Kingsley as she's trying to get out of these holds that Charlie Evans is putting on her, and finally Kingsley gets the control, but Charlie Evans throws her off. Again, another person, Chris, in this tournament who feeds off a PWA crowd, Kingsley, and it's going to be interesting to see her without that behind her. Kick to the back has angered Charlie Evans here as she's back to her feet. No more games, she says. That's how you strike, and you can see the pain on Kingsley's face. Ouch. I heard that from here.
I've spoken to a number of the PWA faithful, Rose, at live shows, and they say Kingsley's chat is as good as we've got in the company.
And she's got a great DDT too as she put Charlie Evans down. Here's the pin and a 2 count early for Kingsley. Wants to try and get this done. She would have seen the draw in our first match there and would have sent a very clear message to all the wrestlers backstage that you need to get these wins quickly.
Tremendous camera work there. We saw as Charlie Evans came in with a flying knee into Kingsley, who's
so
clutching
smooth.
it ahead. Beautiful,
Yeah,
seamless.
Smooth.
Great delivery.
As Charlie Evans is taking control here.
Good strength. And I tell you what, we talk about war of attrition, Rose. Referee Nick backing up. I mean, he's on a marathon.
He is. Referee Nick, he might not be human.
He'll have run around Australia by the time this tournament's over.
I'll be honest, I don't even think I've ever seen a man sweat.
There is a theory going around that Nick is a cyborg, but,
Oh, wow,
but that's for
cool.
another time.
Wow, Cyborg Nick. Let's get that trending. Hashtag Cyborg Nick. I like it. As Charlie Evans is back in control here. She's almost toying with Kingsley. Sending a little bit of a message here. You want to be in this tournament, you're going to have to take some beatings. And as you said, Chris, before, Charlie Evans has traveled all over the world because of restrictions now. It's great to have her in Australia and have her to be able to compete in this tournament. It's almost surreal to part of PWA, but she's so excited every time she's here to be part of it, to be back home, and we're glad to have her. And a 2 count there as Kingsley kicks out, but as you can see, Charlie Evans controlling wrist control here. Yes, another nice chop there as Kingsley is looking like she's in a lot of trouble here, Chris, as Charlie has just absolutely dominated this match so far.
Well, the United Kingdom's loss is Australia's gain, Rose. Yeah. But also, in a way, it's Kingsley's gain because she's accessing the experience that Charlie Evans has, in those short 23 years, has accumulated. And she's just systematically using the strength in her legs. And she's got terrific balance, I think, Rose. And Kingsley's been on the mat for the majority of the match so far.
She's definitely got some strikes in Kingsley, but Charlie Evans' just technical form is so good. And like you said, even though this is a challenge for someone like Kingsley, she will come out learning so much from this tournament, I think. And look at this submission by Charlie Evans as Kingsley is in the middle of the ring.
Well, she's showboating now a little bit there, Rose. But
I think that was to me.
Yes, but I stopped doing physics in high school, but some of those positions that Kingsley's legs are in there, that has just got to be excruciating.
Yeah.
She's gone beyond the fulcrum point, as I like to call it.
The fulcrum point.
Thank you very much.
Bit of science for you.
Yeah, good work from Kingsley, grabbing the rope.
Valiant rope break there as we get a nice shot of the PWA Academy, or the hard-working cameraman there ringside giving us these great shots.
And green's the theme, Rose. We've backlit green, we've got green ropes, we've got the green and black and referee Nick. It's green all over for the ecologically conscious PWA as the wrestler merch 5-minute warning is just up there, Rose.
It's crazy how quick these matches go. They're so good, and before you know it, you're halfway through the match. The 10-minute is going to be the most crucial part. Here's the pin and a kick out at 2 by Charlie Evans. That was a huge chance there by Kingsley.
Do you feel that the wrestlers have to accelerate their game plans in this format, Rose, or do they just let it come to them? I mean, you've got to have a plan that gets you...
Another pin here. Kick out at 2. Kingsley's on a roll.
Closer to the win quicker, correct?
Yeah, I think it's going to be different for every competitor. I think someone like, say, a Mick Moretti, who goes 100 miles an hour all the time, is probably going to be very at home in a tournament like this. But then you have someone larger like a Matt Rogers, it might be a little bit tougher for him.
Well, your strategy normally is
a pin.
Kick out at 2. And Matt Rogers is to stretch the match so that he goes into anaerobic death.
Yeah.
And you haven't got that opportunity now, so you're going to have to deal with a full force, for example, that's coming at more than full force.
Well said.
So the plans are very fluid and they're moving, and as we keep emphasising, there's a point where you go, you know what, I'll take a draw. And boy, Don Marnell seemed to be pretty happy with a draw.
Don Marnell,
typical football fan, you know, English Premier League attitude. Oh, a draw's good enough. But we're about winning in the PWA, and that's what Charlie Evans and Kingsley are trying to achieve right now.
Kingsley's got Charlie Evans in the middle of the ring in a submission here, but the strength of Charlie Evans there to reverse that is incredible.
Amazing.
Into a DDT, and here's the pin, and there's the 3. Charlie Evans getting the win.
Strength and experience the key there, Rose. Kingsley game.
Your winner of this contest, Charlie Evans.
But unsuccessful, and Charlie Evans just feels like that's just an opening address.
It's a fantastic performance by Charlie Evans. She's impressed by the heart that Kingsley showed, putting on some great offense there. But Charlie Evans, a technical master, and showing it how you do it in the first round of a PWA Premiership. Great win for Charlie Evans.
Charlie Evans, you've just won your first match of the PWA Premiership. How do you feel?
I feel great, to be honest. My first PWA show back, wrestled Jess, and I said it then I'd rather lose to no one else, but unfortunately I did lose in that. But you know, Kingsley reminds me a lot of myself. She's tough, she's fiery, little bitch made me bleed, so I can only assume that I'm really angry now. I'm going to win the whole thing.
So Charlie Evans there, really great and really angry from what
Angry, determined, and ready to move on in that tournament. A great effort from Charlie there as we're halfway through the Premiership.
So I lost. First match. That's okay. That's fine. Charlie Evans, she's a bad bitch, so I didn't expect anything less from her. But I expect more from me. I'm here to prove to my Uncle Jack that I belong to the Red Nation. And I swear to him and to everyone out there that every other match in this tournament, I'm going to win. And he will have no choice but to let me in the Red Nation. And that's the tea.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring.
The matches in Block A continue here, and Chris, this is a juicy one. Paris De Silva, one-on-one against Mick Moretti. Be still my beating heart, Chris Gale.
Yes, well, I think we're seeing writ large here, Rose, generation now versus the older guard, and it's a natural progression, and I think your boy Moretti is progressing, dare I say, to retirement, or is that a little bit premature?
I think he's just slowly losing
Hailing
his mind.
from somewhere in Australia, the Rapscallion, Mick Moretti!
I'll tell you this, Moretti ain't going nowhere. He's angrier than I've ever seen him. He's unhinged, and he definitely wants to send a statement in another tournament. Remember, he's a Coliseum champion.
I have to say, Rose, Moretti is looking ripped right now.
And introducing his opponent.
He's jacked and ready to go, that's for sure. And I tell you what, this could be a main event anywhere in this country. Paris De Silva versus Mick Moretti. They've done it at PWG overseas as well. These two guys have a lot of history as tag champions, as competitors.
Hailing from the groovy skies above, he is one half of the PWA Tag Team Champions, Spartan Spirit, Paris De Silva!
Paris De Silva, we know the spirit this man has. He's one half of the PWA Tag Champs, wearing the Generation Now shirt around his waist as well, but also with a bit of a beard change. He's gone a bit Tenet, maybe he's gone back in time. He looks 10 years younger, Chris.
I listened to a wide-ranging interview with Paris De Silva recently, Rose, and half of the interview was about the loss of facial hair, but he's actually a tremendous thinker. And I think he has a very clear plan for where he sees his career going in professional wrestling, both as an individual and as part of the Velocities and Speed Force. And I think the PWA Premiership, established 2020, will be part of it.
Chris, sorry to interrupt you here, but I don't know what Mick's doing here. What is this? Oh, I see. We have a guest on the outside. Is that who I think it is, sitting outside?
Would they be wearing some professional sports apparel by any chance, Rose?
Who do we know in PWA that wears a lot of professional... of course, it's Matty Warburg.
Well, my father fought in the Second World War for Matt Warburg to be free to sit in the empty arena right now, Rose.
Listen.
And he's a welcome spectator observing the clash between Moretti and a representative of Generation Now, Paris De Silva. What's your problem?
Mick Moretti has made it no secret that he is part of the old guard and is not a huge fan of what's going on with his Generation Now stuff, especially led by Warburg. And you can see the Rapscallion is still in there, still playful, but he got pretty angry when he first saw Paris wearing that shirt and now Warburg sitting out there.
I've sat next to you repeatedly, Rose, at match after match where Moretti has been a distraction, a nuisance, and a problem for Matt Warburg. And if there's a little bit of payback, I, for one, applaud and support it. He's just sitting there, by the way.
Yeah,
and
for now.
safe.
Here's a pin. Kick out at 2 by Paris De Silva as Moretti has taken his aggression out on him early in this match. I'm telling you, yes, he's 100% jacked, Moretti. He's been doing nothing but weights and lockdown by the looks of it. But he's also done nothing but stew, because the moment he sees a Generation Now shirt, look how angry he gets. There's a little bit of the playfulness in there, but he seems really annoyed by this.
A little bit less of the jazz that you're so used to describing Moretti as playing, Rose. This seems a little bit more straight down the line.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, a kick out at 2 there. Yeah, you're right. There's a bit more aggression. There's a bit more of a... I was about to say focus, but now he's just staring off into the distance.
It's strange, isn't it, Rose? What you normally expect from these two gentlemen is a huge amount of kinetic energy, a lot of movement, a lot of almost acrobatic stuff, but this is just brutal early on.
I'm telling you, if Warburg's idea was to get in Moretti's head and put him off his game, so far it's not working, because it's turned into quite a violent Moretti we're seeing here early in this match.
Well, I'm going to argue with you here, Rose. I think this is not typical Moretti. In fact, he's right off his game. Genius stroke by Warburg. I take my hat off to him.
He's in control at the moment. Will you stop just loving everything Warburg does? De Silva with a leg here. Now here comes the speed we know from De Silva.
Oh, there you go.
And the control is taken like that by the Spartan Spirit. Moretti in trouble. De Silva is starting to ramp up. Moretti's got to stop this quickly, or that's going to happen. Wow, look at this! Paris De Silva into the pin! A kick out of 2 there. Nice count by referee Xander, welcoming him to the PWA Premiership.
Great to have referee Xander on board as we move into the 3rd match in the first round of Bracket A of the PWA Premiership, Rose.
Maybe he's from the future. Xander sounds like a futuristic name.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
There, now I'm feeling more comfortable.
Now we're playing
Moretti's
jazz.
on his head.
Everything's right with the world when Moretti does a headstand and he's back in control. He's going to try and use the same pace that De Silva uses so well. Look at that. Clever by the Rapscallion. He's hungry. He's hungry to win another tournament, Mick Moretti. He's your first ever Coliseum champion, and he's not going to be told by these young generation now people that his time is over.
I have to agree with you, Rose. He does have tournament experience. He was the first winner of the Coliseum tournament.
Look out. Oh my goodness, run up onto the apron into a leg drop, Chris. Excuse me, that was incredible.
The fight for black medal and understanding that how the tournament format can be used to your advantage is really critical, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know in lockdown, here's a quick pin here by Moretti. Wants to capitalize on that leg drop. Another great shot of spirit there by Paris De Silva kicking at it too. But you just know Moretti's been sitting at home in lockdown staring at that sword, knowing that this tournament's on its way and he wants to send another statement. I just think Warburg, is just so obsessed with getting in Moretti's head. You might be right. It could cause Moretti to maybe use too much energy too early in this tournament.
I hear that Moretti spends an...
Oh, what the... Did you see that? Was that suplex spun into a stunner, I think?
Here he comes.
And here comes the explosiveness as Paris De Silva incoming! The frog splash from De Silva! He rolls through to the other side. Moretti's in so much trouble! Oh, he moves! Just as the Wrestler Merch 5-minute warning hits, Moretti smartly out of the way. Oh, goodness! He's dropped De Silva on his head. That momentum is stopped. Warburg's worried, and once again, Moretti is in control. He's almost salivating at his prey here. Wait, hang on.
Yep.
He stopped.
Paused.
Why did he pause there? Oh, he's doing Warburg's finisher. You are kidding me. He's just won the match with Warburg's own move.
Your winner of this contest, the Rapscallion, Mick Moretti!
Wow, Moretti doing Warburg's posterizer in the ring to win his first match of the tournament. I don't know, Chris, if Warburg was trying to get in his head, I think Moretti's just gotten in Warburg's head, using his own move, the posterizer, to get the win. Thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think it's a story within a story, Rose. And Warburg and Moretti have issues, but there's a larger fish to be fried in this particular instance. And I'll call that a draw, Warburg versus Moretti.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Unfortunately, look at that magnificent frog splash there. And then
almost takes it all here from the top, but Moretti moves and then taking a moment to look at Warburg on the outside, and then the ultimate insult, Warburg's own posterizer, ends it for Moretti, and he's up 1-0.
That's what I said, right? This is the spot. This is where you want it? All right, I gotta talk into this thing so you can hear me. Can you hear me? I'm sure you can, because you can damn well see me. Jen now, what a movement, what a revolution. Great job, Matty. You're really moving things forward, aren't you? Even little Paris. Little humble Paris. I thought he had a brain in his head, a head on his shoulders. Humble, earned his way, but no, you poisoned him. Didn't you, Matty? You poisoned little Paris. Now he thinks he deserves everything, just like you do. What I would give to have the things that you have now when I was 4 years in, the that I've been through for you. I will end your pretty little movement, Matty. You think you want your hands on me? You're yet to earn it. This is your chance. Opposite brackets. Seems like bad luck, right? You don't get around. No, you've got to make it to the final. If you want this, I'll see you in the final.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring.
Catch your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Unsocial Jordan is back, and William Preston is up to face him first. I am so shook from what I just saw from Mick Moretti. He is emotional. What is it? Did William Preston just have a sign that says Unsocial Jordan is a simp, changed my mind? What's a simp, Chris?
I've got no idea,
Hailing
Rose.
from the University
the guy is
of
at
New South
university.
Wales, William S. Preston.
Can someone tweet me and tell me what a simp is? Am I out of the loop here? What's going on?
And introducing his opponent.
Tail of the tape here, looking at the guys. Unsocial Jordan slightly having the height, same weight here. He has the reach as well, and also such more experience than William Preston. 10 years as a pro. No, close line to lariats are the same thing. Changed my mind. It's a different sign. William Preston's got so many signs. Chris, how incredible is it to see Unsocial Jordan back in PWA?
Well, I'm happy about it, Rose.
Representing SMS Unsocial Jordan.
I'm so shocked that I don't really know what to say about Jordan at the moment. I mean, he's in this tournament and he wants to come back and make a statement very quickly here. It's incredible to see him back. But I don't know how I feel about it. He's holding that tripod again, Chris. Makes me nervous.
It's a totem for him, Rose. I tell you what, just going back on that Moretti interview that seemed to impress you so much, he sounded like an old professional cricketer, bitter that the current day players get paid more money.
It didn't impress me, it terrified me. Did you see the look in his eye? That man is seriously unhappy about what Wahlberg's doing to him. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes forward in the PWA Premiership. He's laid down the challenge.
Tell you what, when referee Nick was clearing Unsocial Jordan there, he had a bit of a smile on his face. He seems happy to see Unsocial Jordan back in the PWA environment.
Oh,
well, if forever, so briefly.
What a surprise. Unsocial Jordan immediately leaves the ring to do something other than wrestle. I mean, it's good to have him back. He's such an antagonist, this man. What's he got here? Oh, God. Is he going to give him a turtleneck? What is this?
It's fairly cool. He's offering, well, hang on.
Hey, it is.
He's offering
the turtleneck. Would you like to walk alongside Unsocial Jordan? Or is it just he thinks he needs to dress up a bit nicer?
Am I wrong or am I right? Or is William Preston not a member of the Prefects, Rose? I mean, this is is this an empty gesture, surely?
William Preston's his own man. He can do whatever he wants. I mean, he's a grown man now. He's an adult. He can make his own decisions, and as you can see right now, he's clearly he's making his own decisions like that. And look at the distraction by Unsocial Jordan. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, he made a decision to get assaulted.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, hasn't he read the scouting report, Rose? We saw that Unsocial Jordan had 8 centimetres more reach, 8 years of age more experience, but infinitely more wrestling nous.
I'll tell you what, didn't your parents ever teach you never take a turtleneck from a stranger?
Well, let's face it, who wears a turtleneck in 2020, Rose? You've got to be suspicious from the get-go.
Look at this. Again, once again, Unsocial Jordan back to his tricks, refusing to wrestle and just going to assault his opponent and take the advantage. I can't blame him, though. It's a smart move. He's already got the advantage over Preston here.
One thing that will be unusual for Unsocial Jordan is that to come into the arena and not have to request the swearing.
That's true.
However, if he hears the post-match interviews from some of the wrestlers, he's going to be incensed.
Let's make sure we keep Jordan and Charlie Evans out of the same room, yeah?
That's right.
And once again, Unsocial Jordan in control here. Talk about the Prefects, Chris, an incredible year they've had, but the divide now between them because of just how life goes, you know? Preston becoming a college boy now, growing up. I mean, I had a lot of close friends at school I don't talk to anymore. Somehow I still talk to you, though.
Yeah. You went to school? Jimmy Townsend, of course, was held back. And I guess he's probably doing his finals again, and Lord hopes that he does better than last time. I'd hate to see him have to repeat Year 12 another year.
No, that'd be brutal. 3 years of Year 12? This is unfortunate. Oh, Unsocial Jordan still getting booed.
It's incredible. There is no one in the arena, and they're still booing him.
Unsocial Jordan able to be booed in an empty park. Here comes a pin by Preston, a kick out at 2 by Unsocial Jordan, smartly getting out of that. Some great form there by Preston. Remember, they still have the schoolboy, which is so dangerous for Bulldog.
Well, that's my question, Rose. I mean,
a pin here. Excuse me, Chris. Kick out at 1 by Jordan.
William Preston has seemed to be emphasising that he is no longer a schoolboy, so is it still in his repertoire?
That's a good point.
You would have to think it is.
Cross bodies there, though, as he takes another pin. The kick out at 2 by Jordan. Preston impressing me here. Maybe your prediction of a Prefects final of the Premiership could come to fruition, Chris. Jordan smartly there, technical ability to reverse that there. Wow, is this going to be a pin? He's Struggled to get the leg there. Jordan needs to get quicker on that leg for that pin there. Preston was able to get out. The pain already. You can hear the pain in Preston as Jordan. I mean, this is going to be a problem for Jordan. He likes to play it up. He likes to send his messages. He's only got 10 minutes to get this win. It could damage someone like Warburg as well that likes to spend 5 minutes talking about himself before every match.
And Social Jordan, of course, came back at the recent wrist locks and pole driver show, Rose, where his havoc was wreaked on our tough stuff Ricky South, who's missing from this tournament as a result in part.
We miss you, Ricky.
We really do. We just want to send out. We had so much fun commentating with Ricky South at that recent show here at the Academy, Rose, and it sort of takes a little bit of a sheen off the tournament, don't you think?
Absolutely. It'd be great to have him here.
Talk about having sheen taken off. William Preston in enormous trouble right now.
He is, as Unsocial Jordan, using that experience, doing it his pace, grabbing him by the ear. I'm sure it's taking him back to school with an ear grab there.
We're getting a bit of mood lighting right now in this particular
I
event.
like this one. I think Unsocial Jordan's asked for a bit of mood lighting here. But look at the strength here.
Oh, good back elbow there from Preston. Gives himself a bit of breathing space.
You've got to give it to the athletes at PWA. Everyone looking good after lockdown. They've worked hard to get back to wrestling. Over the top goes Preston, rolls through. Jordan duck under. Whoa, look out! Preston dropped on the back of his head there. Jordan could take control right here. This could be the win and the 2 points. Kicked out by Preston. He's grabbing that left shoulder. He looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Jordan playing at his pace. His match so far, Chris.
Anyway, one thing that's really clear from that beginning, Rose, is that William Preston is not part of Generation Now, but he was tempted by that turtleneck. So even though he's coppering a hammering from Unsocial Jordan, he still might have that in his mind about forming an alliance.
Look out.
Now, this is classic. I know.
Hang on. He went for this. Interesting, Chris. He grabbed the tripod. Unsocial Jordan grabbed the tripod. Referee Nick stops him from using it. Preston goes for the schoolboy and then thinks against it.
He waved it off. Called an audible, Rose.
Are you saying he's not confident in doing the schoolboy anymore?
I think it's a personality-driven thing, Rose. I don't think he wants to be associated with those sorts of tactics. I'm not seeing any nipple prickles. I'm not seeing any...
Jordan, incredible stuff. But this is not the tournament to be doing that. This is not the tournament to be not pulling out your best stuff. You've got 10 minutes to get a win. You've got to get wins early. This is, I don't know how smart that was by Preston, and look what happens. Unsocial Jordan picking up the win.
The winner of this contest, Unsocial Jordan.
I'll be honest with you, Chris. Preston hurt himself there. Not going for the schoolboy has hurt him in that match. And Unsocial Jordan is the best in this business and capitalising on people making mistakes.
William Preston doesn't quite know who he is right now. Unsocial Jordan knows exactly who he is.
Absolutely. Incredible first matches here in A block for the PWA Premiership. As you can see from the lineup, there is plenty much more to come. Stick with us. There are some enticing matches. Chris, thank you for joining me for the first episode.
It's been a thrill, Rose.
Love you.
It's been a thrill, Rose.
See you guys next time. PWA Premiership.
Just like that, I've come back and I've won 2 points in this premiership. When I left PWA 12 months ago, things weren't in shambles, but now we have idiots calling themselves Wrestling Now, Generation Now, and we have some old idiots who can't let go of the past. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only hope for this company right now, and if I have to bear the weight of PWA on my shoulders, then I will. So you watching, you have one of two options. You can either fall with PWA, Generation Now, the old guys, or you can stand with SMS.
Something worth fighting for.